Well, I guess you can tell by this display what time of year it is. Yep, it's October, where we put out our displays of fun Halloween, pumpkin, fall, stories for everyone. Hello, welcome. As you know, it's a new month, so we've got new books. I've shown you our green dot section is where we put all of our new books. And like I explained last time, instead of pulling them out fresh out of the box, I'm pulling them fresh out of my basket that already have our dots to show that they're new and they can be checked out like that instead of waiting for them to be cataloged. So if you see something you like, come on in and grab it before somebody else does. Let's take a look into my Peters Township Public Library red basket. All right, glasses for this one. All right, what do we have new? Well, we've been doing a lot with getting our fiction together, our nonfiction together. And this series, the kids love those questions and weird stories and what was the coolest and Guinness Book of World Records. These books are called True or False. And you go in, and each book is a different theme. And so this one happens to be, like I said, around the world, and it'll ask a question, and you have to guess whether it's true or false. For example, how about this one? See if you can answer. Amelia Earhart, 1897 to 1937, was the first woman to fly solo around the world. Is that true or false? There's even nice pictures in it. Nice picture of Amelia. You want to find out? Or should I make you check it out to find out? Now I'll tell you. The answer is false. What a surprise. Earhart's plane mysteriously disappeared somewhere over the Pacific Ocean on her attempted solo flight around the world in 1937. Geraldine Jerry Mock, M-O-C-K, became the first woman to succeed at the task in, quite a few years later, 1964. So, they get asked these questions about different facts. Let me show you what's in this series very quickly. Around the world. Incredible kids. Oh, this looks good. UFOs. Wonder what the true and false could be about that. Pop music. I think I'd like that. As a matter of fact. Wow. It's pretty cool. It has great pictures of some of the celebrated singers. True or false about robots? True or false about medieval times? And last but not least, true or false about birds? So look for these in our 001.9 nonfiction section, all ready for you. Well, let's stick with nonfiction for a little bit longer. Kids also love learning about mystical things, myths, of all these strange creatures, or a lot of Greek mythology, etc. Well, these are pretty cool. This series is called An Abnormal Field Guide to Cryptic Creatures. And each book is about one of those topics. The first one I have here is unicorns. Yep, and it goes like this if you've ever wanted to see any of these, and it's going to talk about it. Anatomy of a classical unicorn, in case we didn't already know, and all kinds of things about unicorns, or the myth of unicorns. So, unicorns they're a big topic right now. kids love unicorns. But we also have the Loch Ness Monster. That would be very curious. Ever popular Mermaids. This one I wasn't familiar with. The Jersey Devil? Not sure what that is. Fairies. You've all heard of fairies. And let's see. This one, I got the series, but I wasn't sure what this thing is. It's a chupacabra. Don't even know how to pronounce it. It's an interesting creature. So, I think I will have to take time. Ew. It doesn't look like a good creature. I can tell you that. I just read like one sentence. The bunyip. Maybe you've heard of a bunyip. I must be really out of it. I don't think I know my creatures very well. This one I am familiar with. I've heard a lot about the mystery of Bigfoot. So you've got the kids that can come into 398.245 in the juvenile nonfictions and learn about their cryptic creatures. One more round of nonfiction. I've shown some of these books before that came in earlier, but I wanted to bring them up one more time because this one just came in and was cataloged. It's called My Life with Dyslexia. And this is a wonderful series, trying to reach out and have a lot of books about diversity. Now, and that deals with the different topics. So in this series is my life with ADHD, my life with autism, my life with blindness, my life with deafness, my life with Down syndrome, and of course my life with dyslexia. Now these are put into our blue dots, which can be found in our toddler family area, because they're great pictures, simply written, that you can read to your child, or if your child reads at that level, can read themselves. Books wonderfully done to understand these different concepts. Good series. All right, let's move on. I believe, this is the last nonfiction that I'm going to show you. This looked really interesting. Steve Sheinkin, and it's called Fallout, and it goes like spies, super bombs, and the ultimate Cold War showdown. And this is from the author of the Newbery Honor winning and New York Times best-selling Bomb. So he wrote that. And this one's about as World War II comes to a close. The United States and the Soviet Union emerge as the two greatest world powers on extreme opposites of the political spectrum. After the United States shows its hand with the atomic bomb in Hiroshima, the Soviets refuse to be left behind, and with communism sweeping the globe, the two nations begin a neck-and-neck competition to build even more destructive bombs and win the space race, and so on. Didn't read it all, but again, beautifully done nonfiction about the Cold War. Okay. All right, gotta have some fun fiction ones. These are my two picture books that I picked out to show you. This one, I just love the cover alone. It's called Little Grump Truck by Amanda Driscoll. How cute. That is really, really cute. On the back it says, stay back 100 feet, do not push. And there's some sort of critter underneath saying, holy moly. When Little Dump Truck is in a good mood, she's the happiest member of her construction crew. But when she isn't, she becomes Little Grump Truck. She can't contain her feelings, and soon they start spreading to the rest of the trucks. When she closes her eyes to get away from her grumpies, she discovers that taking a moment to feel the grass tickling her tires, the breeze on her windshield can shift her grumpies into reverse. So this is a bright, playful story that shows kids how meditation and mindfulness, when they feel overwhelmed or angry, can banish even the most serious case of grumpies. last year and a half for kids and adults as we try to figure out how we're moving forward. I think this is a very nice one for the kids. All right, this is just fun. Jory John. Illustrations are great by Lane Smith. Jory John also wrote one called Giraffe, and the cover, of course, is a giraffe. This one's called Cat Problems, and it's adorable, especially if you're a cat person. It is so cute. The drawings are wonderful. So it goes like this. Are you here to give me treats or scratch my neck or dish up some wet food or give me treats and wet food and neck scratches and dry food and more treats and back scratches? Did I mention that I'm a cat? It's true. In fact, I'm a cat with numerous problems. Problems like the vacuum monster that seems to pop up once a week. Problems like the squirrel who mocks me through the window. Look, I'll be honest. I'm a bit stressed out. Like, I have to take a nap right now and then I'll get a cat bath. And, well, this is all building up to another nap. This whole being a cat thing is exhausting. Seriously. You think you've got it bad? Try walking a mile in my paws someday with a big sigh. Life of a cat. I don't have a cat, I have a dog, but there are many friends and relatives that have cats, and it doesn't look like a rough life to me, but I have to read the book. And the last one for today, for new month, new books, is a fiction book that I wanted to show for our older readers. Chris Grabenstein, The Smartest Kid in the Universe. Clever, fast-paced, and incredibly funny. It says, what would you do if you suddenly became a genius? Jake's middle school is about to be shut down unless Jake and his friends can figure out how to save it. But what can Jake do? He's just a regular kid, and at least he is until he eats a jar of jelly beans at his mom's office. They aren't just any jelly beans, though. A scientist at his mom's conference is trying to develop the world's first ingestible knowledge pills, and that's what Jake ate. Before long, Jake is the smartest kid in the universe, but the pills haven't been tested yet. And when word gets out about his mega IQ upgrade, people want him. The FBI, the CIA, plus some not so good guys. Figuring out how Jake is going to navigate through this story and what's going to be happening with his IQ and intelligence. Maybe just have a jelly bean would be nice. So this was October's new month, new books. I will see you in November for even more. Come and get them. They're ready to go.